Welcome to Wednesday Yoga. Let's get started on our backs today. So lie down on our backs for about 5 minutes or so. So be nice and comfortable. Use this time to transition into our practice. So you get to let the rest of the day go here. Start to notice your breathing, start to come into this space. Notice the space that your body is holding. Notice just spaciousness all around us. Feeling supported by your mat holding you up. As you rest, feeling gravity, feeling all parts of our body. So wherever your breath is, stay with it for a moment. Maybe even adding a little bit of length to the inhales and exhales. And where do you notice your breathing today? Are you noticing it in the nose, in your throat, the rise and fall of the belly? Maybe all three. And then we'll bring awareness to the base of our feet, our root chakras. We're going to do a body scan, going up the body at your own pace. But starting with the feet, bring all the awareness to the feet. Notice all the little tingles. Notice what happens when you bring awareness to one part of the body. You can start to bring that energy up into the ankles and the calves. Healing ourselves from the inside out because we're giving it that attention. Soften into it. And then keep going up into the knees and the thighs. Maybe you have a swirling motion, some kind of collar coming in from the base of your foot, your feet, earth energy. Up into the hips. The hips hold a lot of emotion, so notice whatever happens when you get there. If you notice any tension, try to soften, release, surrender. And then going up into the core, in your low back. If there's any discomforts, just notice them. Don't even try to fix it right now. Just noticing our body as it is. Up into that chest space, your upper back. Notice the heart open up, instantly feeling a little bit more light, joyful. And then down the arms, you can imagine the palms releasing some of that earth energy. And then bringing the sensation to the back of the neck, going up into your head. Soften the jaw. Pull the tongue off from the roof of your mouth. Soften the eyes. And lastly, the crown of the head. Another place we can imagine opening back up to the earth. So we're pulling in earth energy from the base of our feet, filling the body, and then letting it release out of the crown of the head. And then bring the awareness back to the wholeness of your body, the whole complete body as one. And return to your breathing. Noticing the breath. Maybe in this soft space, you set an intention for your practice today, on or off the mat. for how you want to be. How do you want this practice to be for you? How do you want the rest of your day to be? How do you aim to be with others? Set that intention. You can send it out into the universe. Smile to it. And then we'll invite movement into the body. Bring the hands overhead so we're stretching our body as long as we can. And then pull your left hand over to the right. Walk your feet over to the right for a banana stretch. So opening that left side body. You can stack the left ankle on top of the right ankle. It might get a little more leverage. Continue to pull that left hand. And then come back to center, take it over to the left. Make sure both of those hips stay on the ground. Pull the right hand over to the right. Shoulder opens, ribs open, lung opens. Maybe you feel that at TV end. And then we'll come back to center, find a nice neutral spine. Maybe you have to readjust a little bit. And then pull the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. Feel that low back, get nice and long on the mat. Maybe rock side to side here, if that feels nice. Continue with that breathing. Try to always return to that breath for practice. And then we'll let the left leg go long, keep the right leg tucked into the side of your ribs. Row both hands, come to the right shin, pull it into the knee up into your armpit, and keep that left leg long, opening the hips. Spine stays long, tuck the chin down towards the chest a little bit. Maybe take some ankle circles here. Maybe even adding some movement in that knee. If you want to take knee circles, just getting a little bit of mobility. And then let's switch. Let the right leg go long. Left knee comes up into left armpit. Both hands to the shin, guiding the knee and the inside of that thigh as close to that side body as we can. Nice and tight. Keep the right leg on the mat. Taking ankle circles with the left foot, or maybe even the knee circles. And then let's come into a happy baby, gently bringing both knees to the outsides of the rib cage. Nice and gentle. You can rock side to side a little bit here. Just notice where your hips are at. And then let's kick both feet up to the ceiling, straight into those legs. And do some more ankle circles here. This time bringing the toes down towards your face a little bit to get into the calves. So bring the thighs a little bit closer to your chest if you can. Keep the legs straight. And then if the legs are back, you're going to put them straight back up so the legs are sticking straight, the heels are sticking straight to the ceiling. And then we're going to take our fingers towards the toes, and with an exhale, crunch, lift, and then release. So keep going at your own pace, warming up that upper core. Reach towards the toes, try to keep the legs reaching towards the ceiling. If you can, maybe you pause in that crunched position, really feeling the muscles contract. Release back down to the mat. Keep going. Feel that core warming up. Hello. And release. Let's grab the back of the thighs. Rock and roll along the spine a couple times all the way to your seated position. Give yourself a little massage. And then we'll meet sitting cross-legged. Just take a couple seated cat paws here. So ground down through those sit bones. Hands on the knees. We'll inhale, bring the chest forward, gaze goes up. Exhale, arch the spine, let that chin drop towards the chest. Exaggerate this any way that feels good. You can close the eyes, tune into the body. Let the breath guide you. Inhale, lifting, opening the chest. Exhale, arch, tuck the chin down. Strong ujjayi breathing. So if you can practice making that ocean wave sound in the back of the throat, reminds us, because we can hear our own breathing, to breathe with a little bit more intention. And then let's take cat-cows to just some more circular movements. So still supporting yourself with hands on knees. Go nice and wide here. Maybe you change the cross of those legs if you want to even yourself out. Anything that feels nice, maybe breathe it into the next space. All right, come back to center. Let's release our legs out in front of us. We'll do a little staff pose, so straight leg pose to start. We're gonna kind of inch ourselves forward a little bit so that we're kind of removing the muscle from the bone. We want to get our bone as close to the mat as we can. Bring the chest nice and tall, flex those toes up. We'll inhale, bring the hands overhead. And then exhale, bow down. Try to keep a straight spine for as long as you can. When you can't anymore, release the hands. Maybe they go to the toes or the side of the mat or the side of your shins. We'll inhale, come out of it a little bit, find some more length. And exhale, fold deeper. Keep your belly button engaged, pulling back towards the spine. Crown of the head reaches towards the feet. And then release all the way back up this time. Let's come to a TBQ stretch. So we're going to take 45 degrees with the right leg, and then bring your left heel in towards the body. You can do it with both legs out, but I kind of like this one. So we're going to start with the right side. Bring your right forearm down, sweep it across to the right shin. Inhale, left hand sits up and over towards those right toes. Big rainbow, trying to arch that arm down. Feel the low back open up. Gaze is wherever is comfortable. Breathe into it, find length as you're folding. And then release to center. Let's bring our right leg out right and keep this left foot into the body, but knees need to be pointed straight up now. We're going to go for a little bit of binding today. So if a full bind is not in your practice right here, you can just plant this left hand as far over to the left as you can reach, and then inhale the right hand high to the sky. If you have the bind, maybe it's your shirt today or the full bind, fold over that right leg. Keep the belly button pulling up and in. And it's a shoulder opener and a leg stretch. And then we'll inhale, come back up, and we'll switch the legs. So left leg out 45 degrees. Right heel comes in towards the body. Left forearm's going to sweep down, sweep over, and then open the chest. Inhale, right arm reaches up, big reach. Low back on the right side, stay low. Last breath. Come back to center. Same thing other side, so kick that left heel forward, pull the right knee up. We're going to wiggle our chest in front of this right knee. Wiggle that right shoulder in front of the right knee. And then you can open up or maybe take the left ear to your low back this time. If you have the bind, notice the shoulder stretch. And then bowing over that left leg. All right, release it back up. We'll roll over those knees to tabletop position. Let's find a nice sturdy tabletop. And then we'll open the right hip. We'll take 90 degrees out to the side. Take some circles here. Both directions with that right knee. Feel the core engage. Feel those glute muscles. And then we're going to drop the right knee behind the left knee, crisscross. Fan those feet out. Sink the weight back into that left hip. You can move your hands to guide you. Sinking the weight down. You can kind of have leverage here to move around to the spot that feels best. Ujjayi breathing. Staying with the body. Come back to center, tabletop, and then we'll move to a thread the needle on the right side. So inhale, right arm opens, and exhale, send it under the body over to the left. Reach as far as you can with those fingertips. Let your head come down to the mat, nice and comfortable. And then left hand is there to support you, or if you want to challenge yourself, left hand can go to your low back, kind of changes the balance. And then slowly coming back to your tabletop. Same thing, left side. Let's take the left knee out to the left. Flex those toes forward. About 90 degrees here with that knee out. Go both directions. See what that feels like. Maybe there's some differences on left and right side. And then let that knee fall behind the right knee. Fan the feet out so you have some kind of balance, and then walk the way back towards the right hip. Guiding yourself until you feel this stretch on the outside of those glutes. Release back to tabletop and crossing the knees, and then threading the needle when you're ready. Inhale, left arm opens up, open the heart space. Exhale, send it under all the way over to the right. Opening up the outside of the left shoulder, the upper shoulder blades pulling apart. Breathe into it. And then yogi's taking the left or the right hand, this time. Maybe to the low back, just seeing what that balance feels like. If it hurts that left shoulder, don't do that. And then back to center, back to tabletop. Nice stacked position, so the hands are spread, or the fingers are spread wide, shoulders over wrists. We'll tuck our toes, lift the hips for your first down dog with clasp, pedal out the feet, walk the dog. 5 to 10 breaths here to feel into your first down dog. Picking up the heels, settling back down. You can even pick up the heels, drop them down to the right and the left. Into different angles of stretch. Try to let that gaze be back between the thighs. And then on the bottom of your next exhale, tippy toe to the front of the mat. Keep the hips really high. We'll be in ragdoll pose. So let the belly hang out on your thighs. Grab your elbows. Relax the head and neck. And just release the low back from tailbone through the crown of the head. Really bend those knees here to allow the low back to find space. You can sway side to side like ragdoll. Let it drag you forward. Shake out the head, yes and no. All right, we're going to inhale, half lift, and then exhale. We're going to step right back to a pyramid pose today. Left foot steps back, right foot stays pointing forward. Maybe grab that block to lift the chest. So pyramid pose, inhale, half lift, find some length in the spine. And then exhale, right, or forehead comes down towards the right shin. Pull your belly button up and in. And then inhale, lift the chest. We're going to come to revolve triangle. Left hand on the inside of right foot. Inhale your right hand up to the sky. Spinal twist. Feel that IT band on the right side. Reaching up as tall as you can. So the core's working to keep the chest lifted. And release back to center. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Same thing other side. Exhale, step the right foot back. Pyramid pose. 3 to 4 feet between the heels. Back toes out on an angle. Front toes forward. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, fold over the left. Chin. Let that forehead relax. You don't have to hold up the head at all in pyramid pose. Maybe there's a block under the hand. It just helps. Helps to get a little less arch in the spine. That's how I can do that. Inhale, we're going to come to revolve triangle. Right hand on the inside of left foot. Left hand reaches high to the sky. There can always be that block or prop under the right hand. Feel that IT band. Find a twist here. And release back to center. Right foot pops forward. Inhale. Let's just roll up to standing. I was going to go back down to the floor, but we haven't stood up yet. So all the way to standing. Ground down through those feet. Take a couple shoulder rolls here. Pull the shoulders up towards the ears. Let them fall back down. Feeling how nice that feels to open that chest space. Mountain pose, top of the mat, let the hands shine forward, strong and stable. Next inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. You can drop to the belly, or you can drop to half push-up chaturanga. You can inhale to up dog or cobra. And then exhale, let's come to down dog. Yeah, inhale through the nose, exhale, release, nice and side. And then let's do a Sunday a little bit faster. So on the bottom of your exhale, look at the space between the hands. On the bottom of an exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Come up with a straight spine. Exhale, hands through heart center. Down by the side. Recentering, inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. At your own pace, inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through your vinyasa. We meet in down dog. We always have option to skip that. Chaturanga and up dog. Just leave this down dog. We're always taking our sitting time from this chin. All right, from here, let's inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, lift the foot. Second exhale, knee to chest, pull it nice and tight, up to the chest. Inhale, lift the foot. Third exhale, right knee, right elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, lift the foot. Fourth exhale, plant the foot, come up to a high lunge this time. Sweep those hands forward. Deep bend in the front knee. Feel that left hip flexor. Settle into the legs. Feel the legs warming up. We're going to exhale, prayer hands twist to the right. So left elbow hooks on the right knee. Plant those hands together, finding another spinal twist. Strong in those legs. Gaze over to the right. Last exhale, really try to get deep as you can into the twist. And then we're going to come through forward, or come through center with the chest. Move that right foot out to lizard pose. So you're going to drop the back knee and then roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Lizard pose, you can press your right knee away from you a little bit. You can come down onto the forearms. Really getting into both hips with this pose. So nice and gentle with the body. Every exhale, you can imagine a little bit more of that tension that's released as you soften. 2 more breaths here. Be really intentional with the breathing. Bring the hands underneath you, lift the chest. You're going to walk your right foot back to meet the left for down dog. Lift those hips high to the sky, send them back, settle the heel, put the gaze back between the legs. Inhale, left foot high to the sky. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, maybe goes to the armpit. Inhale, the foot lifts. Second exhale, knee to chest. Woo, arch that spine, you love it. Inhale, lift the foot. Third exhale, left knee, left elbow, maybe armpit. Inhale, lift. Fourth exhale, plant the foot, come up high, lunge, deep bend in the front knee. You transition as smooth as you can, nice and stable. Feel that right hip flexor opening up. If you want a little more stretch, you pull the knee up into that quad, straighten the back leg. Exhale, hands, twist to the left. Same thing, other side. Yeah, use your breathing. Find this spinal twist, gaze over to the right. Look at something not moving. And then release the hands down to the mat, lizard pose. Drop your right knee. And then take your variation of lizard. You can come down to those forearms. Excuse me, you can press that knee out a little bit. And then again, in these longer poses, try to tune more into the breath. All right, the last breath here. And then drop those hands, lift up back to down dog. We'll take it through another Sunday, leaning back and down dog, and bottom of an exhale, and have the space between the hands. Walk step or hop to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, strong lift with the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Big release. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up to standing. And then exhale, hands down by the side. Next inhale, right away, switch the hands back overhead. Exhale, hinge your hips. Maybe there's a bend in the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, meet in down dog. Always meeting us in down dog. All right, let's get the nice big exhale out here. So inhale through the nose, or strong inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up, warrior one. Sweep the hands forward just like high lunge, back heels down on the mat though. Deep bend in that front knee. Twist those hips more to the front of the room. That's the hard part, getting this right hip back. Exhale, drop the hands behind you, open that heart space. And exhale, humble your warrior. Let your chest fall to the inside of right thigh. Don't let that right hip pop out to the side. Relax your head and neck. Hold those hands overhead towards me. And then inhale back to warrior one. Use these transitions. And then exhale, warrior two. So open the arms, and the feet might go a little bit wider now. More distance between the heels. Feel the hips open. Exhale, extend inside ankle. Right elbow, right knee, left hand reaches up and over. Maybe you have a beach ball in your hands today, so you're not even using that right elbow. Inhale, reverse it. Left hand back, right hand up. Let the gaze be at the right fingertips. And then exhale all the way to half moon. You're flying the left foot off the mat. Right hand lands in front of right foot, pop up. Keep that chest open to that outside wall. Beautiful. And then we're gonna drop back to a triangle pose. So left foot lands 3 to 4 feet. Your right hand comes to the inside of right foot. Left hand still reaching high to the sky. Stay here. We're working on a bind today. Bend that right knee. Wiggle your right shoulder underneath. So the knee stays bent to get into it. And then your right hand goes under the body to the low back. Nice. Look at those. So the next part is to straighten into that front leg. That's the hard part. You'll feel that shoulder stretch. Maybe your gaze is kind of back under you, looking up to the ceiling. Kind of funky. All right, let's release it. Bring the hands back to the front of the mat. Step back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it and knee down. One breath per movement here. Getting ready for other side. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, plant the foot, warrior one. Sweep those hands forward. Try to have those feet in alignment as you come up. So front toes forward, back toes out at an angle. Deep bend in that front knee, but then pull the hip back to the socket. And then exhale, drop the hands behind you. Whatever grip you're feeling today, hands or elbows, use it to open the heart space. And exhale, come with a warrior. You fall to the inside of the left thigh. Relax your head and neck along the way. Pull your hands overhead. Maybe readjust the feet so you feel most stable, whatever you want to do. It's a hard pose. Pull those hands a little bit closer towards me. Inhale, and back to warrior one. Sweep them forward. And exhale, warrior two. Open it up. Opening those hips. Still heel to heel alignment. And then exhale, extend inside angle. Remember, you have a beach ball today, maybe, so that left elbow might not even meet that left knee. Inhale, reverse it. Right hand down, left hand up. Opening left side body. Let this gaze be on the left hand. Exhale, pop it all the way to half moon. Bouncing on left side this time. Maybe there's a block under those fingertips. Maybe you practice coming off the mat with the left hand today. All right, transition to your triangle pose. With control, slide the left hand in towards left foot, right hand stays where it was in the sky. And then stay here, or maybe work on that bind on the other side. Opening shoulders, you'll bend that front knee, you'll bend the left knee, wiggle the shoulder underneath. Left hand goes towards left back. Or low back, or just stay in triangle. Begin to straighten into that leg. Let the gaze be kind of under your right shoulder up to the ceiling. Nice. All right, drop the hands. Take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it and being down dog. Use your breath to get there, and then we'll drop the knees, take a rest. So really try to use one breath per movement. And then from down dog, drop the knees, we'll come to a puppy pose. So keep the hips stacked over the knees, walk your hands forward, let your forehead rest on the mat. Nice opening through the front of the shoulders. You can even come up onto the fingertips if that feels good for your puppy pose. Just an option. And then we'll walk our hands over to the right. Right hand for stability, left hand reaches, reaches, reaches. Opens that left side body. Feel the ribs expand. Sink the weight back to the left. Go to the other side, walk it through center. Left hand supports, right hand reaches. Grip onto that floor and then pull the weight back to that right hip. Head just chills wherever it kind of hangs out. Can be on the mat again or not. All right, we're gonna come through center. We're gonna roll down onto our bellies for a little bit. All the way onto our stomach. So, we're gonna do a Superman and then a bow pose. We're gonna get our low back so that it's nice and ready for dancer's pose in a minute. So Superman, we're gonna have our hands forward and our legs back. And the key here is that the only muscle you can really use to lift is gonna be this low back muscle. So gaze is forward. On an inhale, lift up like you're flying through the sky. Superman's gaze goes up. Arch that spine. Lift the feet, lift the thighs. Keep lifting. And release. Hands come down. You can windshield wiper the legs. Okay, we're just gonna do one bow pose. So that's where you grab your feet. It's another low back strengthener. So gaze is forward again. Try not to look side to side. Protect your alignment. When you're ready, on an inhale, lift and kick. This time you're going to use those feet to help you arch that back a little bit more here. So lift up a little bit higher, kick a little bit harder. Last breath, inhale, lift a little more. And release. Hands under the shoulders, press back to a child's pose. Nice and slow so you can feel that spine moving the opposite way now. Finding length after we just contracted it. The forehead rest, maybe there's a child's pose that you prefer, take whatever variation you want. 5 breaths here. And then lift up, bring your inner thighs together. We're gonna do fish pose. So one round of arching that spine the opposite direction. If you know fish pose, go right into it. We're gonna bring our forehead down to in front of the knees. Cup the heels as hard as you can. And on an inhale, lift the hips. Keep those inner thighs together. You're gonna feel that those muscles around the low back that we just worked, you're gonna feel them getting nice and long. Pull your belly button up to the spine. Keep lifting the hips, grip those heels. No pressure on the neck. All right, release. Nice job. Come back up. And we'll make our way just back to down. So press those hands under the shoulders. Make your way back to down dog. All right, let's inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up high, lunge, sweep those hands forward. And then our next move is gonna come to standing with the left foot kicking straight forward. And then stay here or pulse maybe for 5, using that quad muscle on the top of that left leg. 3, 2, 1, warrior 3, send it back. Hands go forward or hands out heart center. Yogi's choice. You look like a capital T from the side. Kick through that back heel, reach with the fingertips. Revolved half moon, left hand down, right hand high in the sky. It's a tricky one. Maybe there's a block under that bottom hand. Basically, warrior 3 legs stayed exactly where they were. And then revolve, triangle, drop that back foot, sweep the left hand into the inside of the right foot. Keep your right hand up, a T-band, spinal twist. And then we come sweeping it forward. Come to a wide-legged forward fold. So you're gonna revolve your chest all the way to the center line of the mat. Turn your toes into pigeon. When you get there, wherever you're at, inhale, find some lift and length. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Walk those hands underneath you, grip the mat. Use it to pull the head a little bit closer. Anytime we're in this fold position, you want to think about hollowing out the belly. Pull that belly button up and in. Relax the head here. Maybe try playing with the balance, moving the weight to the balls of the feet a little bit. Just see how it stacks those hips a little bit more over those shoulders. All right, last nice exhale here. Walk the hands back to the front of the mat, framing right foot. Step back, take it through your chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it, meet in down dog. We'll move to the left side. When you get to down dog, inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, plant the foot, come up high, lunge. Sweeping right forward, pick that right knee up into the quad to really feel that stretch. And then exhale, we come to standing, keep the right foot forward, you got it. And then pulsing for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, warrior 3. Hands can stay in the air. As they come forward, kick that right heel back. Strong legs, squeeze your glutes together. This is a pose that works every part of the body. And then revolve the hands to revolve half moon. Left hand up, right hand down. Maybe there's a block under the hand. Keep squeezing those glutes together. Bend that left knee a little bit to protect. Nice work. Drop the back foot, revolve triangle. 3, 4 feet between the heels. Keep the left hand lifted. Spinal twist, IT band. And come to your second and final wide leg forward fold. Move that weight more towards the center line of the mat. Revolve those toes into pigeon. If your head's really far from the mat, bring your feet wider. If your head is touching the mat, bring your feet closer. Maybe you shake out the head a little bit here. Relax into the stretch. Take a different variation, whatever you like for this pose. It's a good shoulder stretch if you bring those hands overhead. We did some bindings today, so you should feel nice, open. Release and come back to the front of the mat. Framing left foot, take it through chaturanga vinyasa, skip the knee and down dog. Might be one of the last times. We're gonna come to standing one last time. So bend those knees, look at the space between the hands, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse forward, all the way, standing. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Find that moment of just grounded. And then we're going to do one balancing pose before we get onto our backs. So we're going to do dancer's pose. So that is where you have one foot in a quad stretch here. So we'll start by grounding down through left foot. Take your right foot into that quad stretch position. Yeah. And then hand can be on the inside of the foot or the outside. It just depends on your hip shape. We'll inhale the left hand up towards the ear, locks the shoulder out of the ear. And then exhale, bow forward, kick your right foot into your right hand as hard as you can. Bow forward, keep kicking. The harder you kick, you won't fall out of this pose. Keep kicking, use your drishti. Feel that nice arch in the spine, grounding through left foot. And then release, come back to standing, nice, slow and controlled. Relax the right foot down, and take that left foot in little ankle circles. Does a lot of work for us. Okay, we get a chance to do it on the other side now. So, you know what we're getting into. The key here, I think, is to not look at anything that's moving. So really use your drishti, your focal point with those eyes to help with dancer's pose. Ground down through right foot, go ahead and grab the left foot with left hand. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, bow forward, kick as hard as you can. Keep kicking, keep arching. Keep reaching forward with the right hand like you're trying to shake someone's hand, just social distancing shake. Keep kicking, keep arching. Slow release, nice job. And then do little right ankle circles, even it out. And then the last time we'll be standing on our backs at the front of the mat. We'll take it down to, well, we're gonna come all the way to our backs now. So actually, let's just sit on down. All right, roll on down to the back. You can give yourself a little hug, wrap those forearms around the shins. Gentle rock side to side. You might feel that counter pose here from those two dancers. And then grab your feet for happy baby. This time feeling a lot more open. So pull those knees a little bit closer towards the mat. Use the strength of your hands in happy baby. Open those hips. One last time. Notice how long your spine feels on the mat in happy baby. Tuck your chin down towards the chest a little. And then release the heels towards the ceiling, straighten those legs. We're gonna move into our shoulder stand, so you can always take restorative. Always an option if you don't like shoulder stand. It's a little intense. You're gonna roll, rock and roll along the spine until your hips lift off the mat. Grab your low back with your two hands, wiggle those elbows together. And then you want to lift the hips as high as they can, trying to stack over your your shoulders. And then you're pulling your chest up towards the chin. Maybe you can wiggle those elbows a little bit more together. Yogi's choice with those legs. You can do splits. You can do both lotus. Use that Ujjayi breathing. Strong warrior breath. You can drop down to cloud pose if you want to, or going back to the restorative shoulder stand. If you're in cloud pose, grab your hands together underneath you, and then try and straighten into those legs, as those feet reach for the floor. Slowly press it. So press the hands into the mat to guide you down one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll come to a supine twist. So bring the knees into the chest. And we'll let them fall over to the right. Pick up those hips, bring them back to the center line of the mat. You can wrap the bottom leg around the top leg around the bottom leg. Or some people might straighten that bottom leg and let the left knee fall all the way over to the right. Cactus the left arm, let the gaze go left. It's another great pose to just let the body be heavy, let gravity, just feeling gravity. Feel how heavy you feel on the mat, and the mat supporting you. A little bit of surrender, release. Nice and gently come back to center. Find that neutral. Neutral's fine before you go to supine twist left side. Moving into it any way that you know best, that feels best. I like to bring knees to the chest and then let them drop over to the left. Wiggle the shoulder blades a little bit higher on the mat so your spine is long and twisted. Cactus right arm. Let gaze go over to the right. Notice all parts of the body that you're holding tension. Last exhale. And then come back to center, nice and slow, nice and gentle, never in any rush. And then for 60 seconds, take any last stretches, yogis, that your body's calling for. Just let the body guide you. Yeah, sometimes like a bridge pose, or maybe that restorative bridge with the block under the hips, or if you're at home, the pillow under the hips feels really nice. You can even bring that into Shavasana. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in our final pose of class today, Shavasana. Letting yourself completely relax. If this is the only time that you allow yourself to meditate today, just be completely present. These last 5 minutes of class. Let the body remain in stillness, the breath consistent. And I invite you to be the observer. So if things do start to come up and surface, feelings, thoughts, just be the observer. Welcome to Shavasana. Invite movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers, toes. Let it wake up the rest of the body. You can open the eyes. Just noticing. And then reach the hands overhead. It's like the first stretch of the day. Nice big fresh breath in. And then use this to roll over to your favorite side. Use that bicep as a pillow, just like a little fetal position. Just for a moment here to kind of recollect on our practice today. Thank you guys for showing up on your mat, sharing space, and remembering to bring yoga off the mat with us to the other 23 hours. And then gently press up to a comfortable seated. We'll meet just sitting cross-legged, grounding down through those sit bones nice and tall through the spine, through the crown of the head. Hands on the knees, gentle bow of the chin. Inhale, bring the hands overhead one last time. And then exhale the thumbs down to the third eye center. The light of me sees and arms the light of you. Namaste.
Namaste.